turn off nameplates. That might enhance your experience today, so you don't have anyone blocking you. And also use your earmuffs if anyone is disturbing you around.
Yeah, shut up, Dusty.
Alright, what are you saying?
Yeah, thanks, chocolate.
I don't know what had like projector
Think
thing.
little potion, shut up.
Shut my door real quick, I'll be right back.
Zilda's requested on me, but did they know that they had
I
to sign
think
up?
they-
Which videos did you see?
Yeah. I mean,
I like your glasses,
Only
John.
join the group.
They
They
signed up.
only need to join the
They wore
group.
those glasses because of director. They need to join the group.
Okay, we are going to get started. Welcome everyone to another Raindance Immersive screening. Welcome to our VRChat audience who are here with us live, and welcome to those watching on YouTube. I am delighted today to be showing our documentary in the Best Short Film of VR category. And with that, I thought I could honor the director today by wearing the same glasses as them. So that's, if you're curious why I'm wearing glasses, then you're about to find out. I'm so pleased to welcome to the stage Baby Bonito, the director of The Painters of Virtual Reality. Woo!
So cute. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I'm the director of Painters of VR, and this documentary came about because there's just a really amazing painting community in the VR life drawing world, in VRChat. If you're a painter, totally check it out. If you love VR, totally check it out. If you've never painted before, it's a really great place to start because there's so many amazing people there that can help teach you. Yeah, so without further ado, I can leave the stage? Okay, thank you.
Woo! Thank you for that warm introduction, Bonito. This documentary is so charming and fills me with so much hope and inspiration to create art and collaborate with other people and find new friends through online communities. I think you're all in for such a treat, and it's my pleasure to present The Painters of Virtual Reality.
There they go testing their glasses. Como arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Am I able to flip it over here?
Domo.
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 Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Alright.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Set it up
Yeah,
while
you
I'm
Let's go put it home.
I'm back. I'm so sorry. I don't know, that happened before, and it's terrible timing, really. Okay, let's watch.
slow motion.
This is
Okay,
streaming
that's
live
gonna be
already.
stuck in your head.
Yeah, forever.
Oh, we could change the video.
Oh!
I'm so sorry, Bonito. I put the stream in the channel and not your film. I am terribly sorry. I had the wrong URL. Oh, it was all going so smoothly.
Okay. Ready to start?
Hi, I'm Spew. I draw. That's all I do.
When did you start VRChat?
Over a year ago in January. Like 2 months. 2 months later. I was surprised. I didn't know there's like a whole community of artists.
Have you drawn anybody's avatars since you've been in the life drawing world?
Of course I have. I've drawn a lot. I mean, in the art gallery, that's one of the avatars I drew.
You'll have to point it out to me. I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Wait, at the top over there. Yeah, it's a friend. They kind of just joined me randomly. Yeah, they only wear Lego avatars now.
Do you have any other ones in the gallery while we're here?
Yeah, over here. The pug, the ugly pug up there. I don't know why he put that in there. Oh, I was just talking to myself. Because of this hand. This hand is stupid. It's being stupid. That past one was my sketch, and I just put white over it to make the opacity go down, I guess. And then I am doing this. I guess line art. I still follow the same rules that I do in an art program. One tip that I find always useful is the ear. The ear decides where the nose and the eyes are. Okay, I said I was gonna stop focusing on the hands, but they're really bothering me. I did the face. The face is easy for me. I do the faces a lot. And there's like 3 parts in the fingers, so I can't use my fingers. I don't have fingers, I have nubs.
There's a giant hand model. You can look at that.
I don't usually use reference because I'm lazy. I can draw better hands, I swear to you. Do you think artists look like their art in some way? I don't think I look like my art. I put a lot of orange, but I don't wear a lot of orange. I find that a problem with a lot of other artists in live drawing. I noticed that they draw super close like this. No. I put a thick outline so people would ignore the hands around the face. I think I'm just gonna finish it. Do I have to say final words?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
That's a cute fish.
Thank you.
I'll just draw you. Is that cool? You want me to put the mustache?
Oh yeah, please.
Alright. Hello, my name is Hero. And I constantly come to this world to just sketch people and make their day at least a little bit happy. It was not live drawing back in the day. I think it was VRChat. It's just like a small world where there's like an open sky. Everything's so bright. There's this big mirror though. And a little small platform, and then there's no walls, there's just the sky like that. And then there was pens, and I started drawing there. But then after that, I saw the live drawing world, and I just wanted to check it out, so I just came in. And I digged it. It was really good. So I just really like drawing on Publix. I know people will like mess up my stuff, but it was like a challenge for me. I'm like, I don't really care if my people like ruin my stuff. I'm like, whatever, right? But I would just get practice out of it. That's why I really like joining like public worlds. I really like drawing like random people because they have different like reactions. I just want to see your reaction, honestly.
Wow, you really think about the other people when you're drawing.
I just like doing faces because, you know, it's more expressive. You get to add more details, all that stuff. Oh, hold on. I think there's gonna be a problem. My little dog is gonna start barking randomly. But hopefully I don't drop her when... Yeah. Now she's coughing. Hold on, mama. I'm gonna just put it on my lap. So. The other one is a star hairpin, right? Yeah, it's a star. Cool, 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 cool. I think I drawn better stuff, but I have not posted. that one. Oh, this one. I think this was like one of the best ones. This one in the bottom too.
Who was that?
It was a random person, like I'm telling you.
Do you remember their reaction?
I made their day. They were really happy. It gets me the feels, you know, like when I hear that, like my like messy art making people happy. That makes me happy too.
Hello, nice to meet you again.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too. Hi, my name is Birdie. You can call me Siren. And I am a colorblind artist.
What kind of color blindness do you have?
I am due to colorblind. Like, I struggle with saturated color. And red, blue, and green. Sometimes people forget that I'm colorblind and they would like ask me which color is good to you, and I'm like, I just know like the basic of the color wheel, like the circle and the square. That's how I remember, but I just hope to God that I got the right color. If you saw me like trying to grab colors from here, it's because of the color palettes. I always wanted to like make manga, like making my own anime at some point, but that's just a future because like I'm in the middle of making my VTuber model. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the model and what my character is gonna be a secret. It's a surprise. When I was in desktop, I saw a drawing world. And I didn't know it exists. So I was like, I want to do that now. This is a good place to like actually get out of your comfort zone. I felt like practicing my art here is basically teaching me how to render better and ignored my imperfection and just enjoy yourself. Some people are afraid to make mistakes, like they would keep their steady lines or have like that clean lines. But in here, it's mostly about painting in VR because I know some people are having anxiety over like being not good, having your artwork good enough. But if you enjoy doing art, I felt like you can go so far with it. First time I came here was like a bit struggle. Because, like, there isn't, like, mixing involved. It's, like, all flat colors.
Hold on.
Oh, take your time. So, the old version, like, the old, brush, this is what it looks like. Back then, there isn't, like, watercolor texture or mixing. It was just, like dots. So I kind of, like, took my time and just, like, put mid colors around it and then dark colors in order to look like a gradient. My new one is here. This one. That's my new one.
Look at those tasty textures.
I usually did those in public worlds, and then most of the time I'm like having anxiety of like people trying to get into like my canvas and like erase it, despite all of the trolls and the grief. But at the end, I just feel the owner of this world cares a lot. I like to listen to people's conversation. I know it's really weird because like it's like eavesdropping their conversation, but it's like you don't understand what they're talking about. You just like it just feels like you're in a cafe, like you're listening to noise. I enjoy helping people with color theories and like what I know about the brush that Toki put in here. Oh, my next tip for coloring as well. When you're picking colors, you put the color or the brush color and then to your color, the base color, you just compare it and see if it looks good. Picking mid colors and then highlight helps a lot with blending, and it's important if you want to have like a gradient color. I just want people to enjoy themselves and not worry about like trying to be better than anyone, because I've seen a lot of people trying to draw just to be better than everyone. Don't be discouraged and have this mindset where you're proud to like improve. That's when my love for art comes in, because I don't need to rely on anyone like what's art and what art should look like, because I can make my own.
Oh, I hate this, but I don't. Like, it's fun. I hate talking. So my name is Flo, but people can just call me Flo. I'm an artist. I do traditional painting, sculpting, digital. I'm trying to do 3D modeling. I was on desktop for such a long time. I was in VR since last year, but I was more of like a person that went to the Great Pug to like troll people and like talked with people. Because I stopped playing the game for a bit, I went back to VRChat just for fun, and I saw this world that was in the spotlight, so I was like, okay. But after like going like every day for like months at a time, eventually I met a lot of really, really cool people. Not even necessarily artists. Like, I got friends that come in here just to talk to me while I paint. That's what's so nice about this place, is that there's different vibes. Like, you go to one instance and it's really nice, people are just talking. You go to another instance, it's full of trolls drawing inappropriate things everywhere. Bro, this new paintbrush is so amazing when it comes to like painting. When you want to like meet up with your friends and draw, you can't really do that IRL without, oh well, I don't have a sketchbook, or oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have time. Here we just kind of like hop on when we want to, and we see that our friends are online and we join them. Like, easy. It's less messy, less material, less money. Well, buying a headset is pretty expensive. Like, the number of like canvases I've completed here is probably worth like thousands of dollars of materials if I would have done it IRL. I don't usually talk when I paint. I usually listen. So it's like really strange to try and concentrate on two things. But honestly, it's not going too bad.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it, but like I stuck on these trees for too long. The thing that someone said to me that was the most like meaningful thing to me, it was this troll. Okay? He was messing up everyone's paintings, and I got really mad. I was in the forest, and he didn't understand the concept of clicking the button to, yeah. At the time I could pick up paintings, so I did that. I picked up all of the people's paintings. I went to him, I talked to him, and I was like, dude, why are you doing this?
is it because you're jealous? Like, clearly. And then he was like, well, a little bit. I had to give up on my dreams of being artist. So, like, yeah, so basically, I was like, listen, if you want, I want you to just calm down. Understand that people are just trying to enjoy themselves, and just, I want you to draw. This guy, he finally decided to pick up a pen and actually draw, and it was not that bad. He was pretty decent. After he was like, you know what? Thank you. Like, I'm sorry for destroying everyone's art. I was like, that's good, man. Good luck. That was so nice. And that's another thing. It's like, oh well, I'm not good enough to be like to have a booth. A lot of my friends said that. You can't be bad at art. No one can be bad at art. The second that you can put something on a paper and you're satisfied with it, that's art. Boom, you got it. You said like a specific question that made me bring up my current partner that I'm dating right now. What was the question? I don't remember. What inspires me? So, a thing that inspires me a lot is people. I started drawing portraits of random avatars that I saw in here. That was like my main thing. The second that I saw this person spawn in, I'm not even kidding, they didn't even like notice that they were in the world. And I asked, can I draw you? And then they were like, yeah, sure. Yeah, but they are literally the most wholesome person you're ever gonna meet. I've never met someone IRL and VRChat as wholesome as them. Like, it was so cute. They do like graffiti art. So they were just like tagging everywhere while I was painting them. And then I asked them, I don't have a signature or like a little signature at the bottom or a little tag. Like, can you make me one for like hello? And then he did one, and now I use it in every single painting. So because he taught me the like my signature and I use it in every piece of art I do, he's in every piece of art.
Oh, so sweet.
I know, dude. I wanted to make a whole forest of just different trees. Like, they're all different. There's not one tree that's the same. There's some short trees, tall trees, skinny trees, chunky trees, different colored trees. Like artists, like people. Everyone's different, but everyone's together and still a tree. Honestly, I feel like such like a woke hippie when I talk about this. Yo, wait, this looks really good. Wait, what the fuck? Genuinely just seeing how people are proud of their own art makes me so happy. I could cry.
Welcome.
Yo, what is up, dude? Warning. Something is definitely wrong with my headset. Yeah, I think it might have sustained damage at some point. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna try our very best to to get through this. I'm freaking out. Yo, so I am Laloon, and I am a artist. Love it. Love art. That's a really big part of my life. So I'm stepping a little outside my... This is like in my box, in my wheelhouse. Like if I was to draw on like, in like Krita or Photoshop or something like that. But for drawing in VR, a little outside my box. I don't know, this might take me 10 hours. How long are we here for?
Oh, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Benio says hi, and Laloon.
Hello, everybody. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Hands are screaming in my ear.
That's it.
Thanks for the coffee.
Okay. Bye. Dude, where am I going with this?
So, hey, I'm Dirty Seagulls, and I draw stuff on VRChat and outside of VRChat. The end. I want to say I've been drawing maybe like... When did I start VRChat, man? Oh, jeez. Probably 5 years ago, I think. And I've got a lot of hours, a kind of embarrassing amount of hours. And most of them are spent drawing. I don't know, what's the big deal? People act so weird about... Like, oh, you're 30 and you play VRChat? Like, yeah, like, you just don't understand. What do you think, you just grow up and then you stop wanting to have fun?
I bought it myself. I bought it myself and didn't get for Christmas under the Christmas tree, you know, after my parents worked 100,000 hours.
Yeah, I think you just launched your pen into the air. It's over here. When you said Christmas tree, it went flying out of your hand.
It's my
Lulu
VR
gets so
chat.
angry sometimes
VR,
it like bends virtual reality, okay?
You guys are slowly moving away from me. You guys are slowly moving.
This is Seagull's time to talk, okay?
Stop distracting me.
Okay. Okay, so what was the question?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
We met in the drawing retreat. Been, I think, 2 years. You know, we hit it off right away. It doesn't always happen on VRChat, right? Like, I think it was his first day. It just got it on. I showed him how to do make his Ready Player Me avatar because I had just done mine. And I was like, oh, this shit's so easy. Like, if I had this when I first started, game over. Lulu, you don't have to be silent over there, buddy.
We've been told by like people when we're in Publix and stuff like that that our avatars fit us. like the way we talk and the way that we interact. Yeah.
I think just like hanging out, it's always a good vibe. Just hanging out and drawing. But VRChat's kind of stuck it out where others have not, you know? This is just always where people are. I think that makes a big part of drawing fun. To be able to keep drawing for people.
Right, because you like drawing in public instances.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't because like the chaos and craziness, but I think that just feeds into my drawing sometimes, just hearing all the craziness going around.
Yeah, my goal is to be the greatest artist to ever walk the planet Earth. And obviously I'm being a little facetious when I say that because beauty is in the eye of the beholder? I just want to make like the most beautiful shit, you know what I mean? Oh, where did that all go? I should never have colored all of that in one go. Okay, lesson learned. It's okay. We'll just start. We'll just do it again.
Part of that's the fun of it too, though.
Yeah, well, this is a lesson learned. All my stuff is 100% original. My style is a mix of where the fuck my purple pen just went.
Do you think your art reflects who you are as a person?
I don't like being attached to my art. I'm like, it's just because I draw something, it doesn't reflect me. Sometimes it comes out like, you know, like influences and stuff for sure. But
I think mine
I don't really
does.
believe in psychoanalyzing art, you know, like looking at something and trying to think. I mean, I guess that's a thing people do. Maybe. That's a tough question, Benito.
I do think mine reflects like me because like what I want to draw is always like I want to draw like the most beautiful stuff, right? And it's always like what you find beautiful or whatever is what you draw, right? You naturally gravitate to what you draw what you like, right?
I go for humor. You go for beauty, like you said. Something that's going to make me laugh or people are going to see and go like, oh my God, what the hell is this? This is crazy stuff. It's always nice when people like say, oh, this looks like this cartoon I used to watch as a kid or something. I'm like, that's always the best.
Plan B
hasn't changed since day one.
Okay, I need you to get that. Seagulls, I need you to get...
Here you go. Here you go, buddy.
Okay, so we're gonna be cautious. What were we talking about before the entire room erupted into chaos? I don't really like taking credit for any of my art. Like, I don't seek recognition at all for anything. I much prefer to operate completely under the guise of anonymity. I don't...
I just do art for you.
No, I think a lot of people do things... I'm gonna die. I think a lot of people seek recognition. I think a lot of people draw seeking recognition. In order to be the best artist that I can possibly be, I have to like completely detach from that part of myself that has like any ego. It's about the art piece itself and not like who did it or anything like that. I need my art to speak for, dude, I'm gonna...
It's just like a side effect of art is people's opinions about it. You know, you put yourself first is the best way to do it, but like if it's really good, then people will have something to say about it when they see it.
It's a real shame no one else is ever gonna see this.
Dude, did you forget that I'm recording this whole thing?
Oh. Looks like you got me on this one. Everyone should be willing to completely destroy their own artwork. I think that every single person should be willing to, when the cameras line up and they get ready to start taking pictures of someone's completed work, they should be ready with that delete button to delete it before a single picture can ever come out into the world.
I'm always taking pictures of everything because I'm like, this is amazing. People need to see your shit. Like, it's so good. Put your stuff out there. You never know. Especially when you're like that good. So, he started taking pictures of stuff and putting it in the seagull's nest and doing all this cool stuff and putting his art everywhere. And then fucking Laloon comes along and is like, no, delete everything. Don't worry about taking pictures of anything because it's the process of drawing it or something.
If they weren't there to see it when it was created, then to them, it never existed to begin with.
Hey, you know, we never said we were the same person. just because we look the same and act the same and talk the same and like think the same.
Oh my god, this drawing's a workout, dude. I feel like I'm doing Wii Fit.
Ooh,
Okay, this is probably the best this is
beautiful.
gonna be on here. Let me chug this coffee Hannah gave me real quick so I can draw a million drawings.
By the time
Seagulls brought to you by caffeine, sugar, and coffee, and a little marijuana in there, you know.
Oh, you think he forgot to... Dude, I am so hot right now. I'm at infinity degrees. 2 hours ago, I was like, oh, this is a great idea. And now that my clothing is like drenched through with my sweat and my headset is soaked from tip to tip, I'm really starting to rethink my whole approach to this. I'm confusing
That looks
myself.
crazy good.
Thanks, dude. I'm going to color in the eyes. I'm going to go over it with white for detailing. And then I'm going to throw up and go to bed.
I'm Sev B. I draw in VRChat. I started drawing around late 2021. Before then, I wouldn't consider myself an artist. I'm not trying to say this to brag, but because I've been painting for so long, well, 2 or 3 years, but I've been doing it pretty consistently. I've improved quite a bit, and honestly, it's all thanks to the people that have met in VRChat. I like watching myself improve over the years. I like learning new stuff, trying new styles and stuff, talking to people about art. The very first thing that I drew in VRChat was, surprise, surprise, a bird. I've done a lot of birds since then. Needless to say, it wasn't very good. It was just kind of flat, and it was just a very limited understanding of like what birds actually look like. Soon after, I think I had met some pretty cool artists who came in and were actually like, demonstrating some really good techniques, and I was like, damn. What's the difference between my process and their process? Most of my inspiration for art basically came from just meeting people in VRChat, which is why when I come online most days, I end up just going to one of the two painting worlds that I go to and just spend like a couple of hours there and then log off. It's definitely not something I think I would have stuck with if I hadn't met the people that I did. Anyway, this frog has not progressed very much at all, so... I find in VR you're working with a different set of challenges than if you were just drawing on a tablet at a computer. And instead of working on something this little small that you're kind of hunched over on, you get something this big and you get to use your entire range of movements.
Do you find being in a smaller avatar helps you get closer to the canvas?
Oh, absolutely. I've got 3 that I use. You've probably seen me as this one quite a lot. This is my big one that I can kind of see more. My wingspan is about this large, so canvas gets so much smaller. Yeah, and then I will go to the cat when I'm kind of in the middle and I just want to do something casual. And then when I really want to get bogged into the details and really focus on textures, I go to this little one where the canvas is the size of my entire arm and I can just really get down in there. I don't bother with trying to find one that captures my personality. I just find the one that's a good enough size to draw. Mr. Froggy here might start out as a frog, but if I find that I've actually screwed up the form too much and he ends up looking nothing like a frog, I might turn him into something else. But right now I'm just trying to get the colors where I want them to be. Everything's up for changing until you finish. And even then, you could just redraw the whole thing. Sometimes I can spend 6 hours drawing, and it's only 6 hours because my controllers die after that point. Sometimes you just want to spend 30 minutes doing a quick doodle. It just depends on mood and how the day went. This is one of mine, but it's very much unfinished. I think I ended up crashing before I finished it. I think I had some flowers around here too. When I'm drawing flowers, which I do quite often, I can do one of 2 ways, which is very accurate, and I'm counting the petals and trying to make them all symmetrical. Or I could do it really loosey-goosey. And this one is one of those more structured. But because I did both of them on the same canvas, I got really burnt out just doing the 2. I think that's also just the fun of it. That, well, I can't struggle over something for too long. I better get it to a stage that I'm at least happy with, and then critique it afterwards, knowing that I did the best that I could in the moment. I think this is also something that I ended up discovering was more my style, since at first I was very obsessed with just black and white line work and doing the details, and I've been through so many periods of art that I don't think one painting of mine will look anything like the one that I did before it. It's good fun popping into a world like this, since it's very popular. You always see somebody, or a new artist, I'm very much an art nerd. I can get inspired by a lot of things. No matter what level an artist is at, there's always something you can take inspiration from.
Okay, what do you want me to do? Guys say thanks for watching?
Yeah, and the end.
When I was a young boy,
Okay.
my
Well, I'm gonna put things for
father
watching
took
first.
me into the city to join a marching band or see a marching band.
Well, Luna, I've heard you sing this song so many times.
Sometimes I
hilarious,
get
though.
this feeling.
He does this
she's
so
watching
often.
over me. And other times I feel like I should go.
It's like when he starts, he can't.
Rise and
and he
fall, the
can't
bodies
stop.
in the streets. Want you all to know we'll carry on. We'll carry on.
This is the
Though
outro. This is it. This is your end credits. Can't stop. It's like a disease. It's like when he starts, he
Well, yeah.
This is the outro. This is it. This is your end credits.
I love that.
That's really cool.
Whoa.
Wow. So watch the beginning. Maybe.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Round of applause for the painters of virtual reality. Woo! I think we can all agree that such a charming and lovely documentary. It always fills me with so much joy and inspiration. And I am so excited to invite to the stage the director of the film and two of the key subjects, Father Flo and Dirty Seagulls, for a conversation. Please come and join me. Woo! Please give them a warm welcome to the stage.
Where do I go?
I think you're gonna be in
You
the
got it.
middle.
There. You've got a lovely sofa, and you can sit on it and as awkwardly as you wish.
Oh, right. This awkward enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
That
good.
looks great. It looks good. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and join us for a Q&A. I'm sure everyone is so excited to see you in the flesh too after seeing the film. I have lots of questions that I would like to ask, and I'm sure our audience does too. But my first question is for you, Bonito. I'm curious about the origins of the film, and my big question is, were you a part of the life drawing community to start with? And I wonder if you can share what sparked your inspiration to make this documentary.
Excellent question. Also, I gotta say, I love your glasses.
Oh, yes. Wearing these glasses in kind of companionship with Bonito, I was slightly jealous, and I had to do it. And also, I think it was the result of me misclicking the URL. So I do apologize for the late start, and I'm fully blaming these. But anyways.
Yeah, so I've been involved in the life drawing world from the beginning because I do life drawing, like IRL. And me and X guy, who was mentioned, not by name, but in the film, we're talking talking about how it would be really cool if there was a life drawing world, and then the creator Tokyo up there made the world, and it was so great, and it's really made beautifully for people who love to draw and paint. It's not like just the way everything's set up and like the different elements to the world. Just I'm not surprised that it like people love using it. And Infutu, who is the creator of the canvas prefab, their work is just amazing. That pen and the brush, the canvas, it's like once you start using it, it's just so addictive because it feels really good to use. And so, yeah, I'm not as deeply involved in the community as Seagulls and Flo. I mean, I'd love to hear more on their experience in the community, but I try and stay as involved as I can.
Sure. Well, I'm curious. What was the seed that made you think I would love to celebrate this community on film? Like, I want to make this documentary, and I can see it.
You're gonna make
was there
me
a
say
moment
it again.
that caused that?
You're gonna make me say it again. Watching your film and seeing just seeing how I think it's hard to explain to people who don't use social VR what it feels like to be in it, and to kind of explain that everybody here are real people, and the kind of things that you can experience together are really magical. And when I saw your film, I was like, oh shit, that's the format. That's great. And then from just meeting the artists and having experiences in the world myself, I wanted to know more about their perspective. And then there was the VR Life Drawing Art Fair, and it just seemed like it was a good time to get people talking about why they like painting in VR. And yeah, that answer it.
Yeah, well, and thank you. It warms my heart to know that I helped inspire this piece of art. I love it.
For sure.
I'd like to move on to the subject of the film. Could you share how you were discovered by Bonito and what the process of filming was like?
I think it was the adventure team that we met. I think.
Yes.
I think it was, yeah.
But,
so yeah, but yeah, as far
I
as
heard about Seagulls.
Hopefully all good.
Because I like to draw, and then yeah.
Yeah, I think filming was a little nerve-wracking, I'd say, as someone who has some social anxiety that I've gotten through a lot, but it was good, it's cool. It's cool to be here, and I feel pretty honored to be a part of the film and everything. I think it's really cool. I mean, I've been drawing on VRChat for so long, and it's nice to have something I could be oh yeah, I could show my friends or show my family what I've been doing for all this time now, because a lot of people don't understand it, so it's nice to have a actual piece of media showing just what we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's such a beautiful quality, especially when you're in a film too. It's so much more personal, and you can really voice that as well. How did you find yourself in the film, Flo?
I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of got kidnapped. I was randomly in an art world, in a public art world, or Friends Plus, I wasn't too sure, but everyone was there. Toki was there, Juanita was there, Seagulls was there, I think, and then XDR was there, and XDR was doing this was it, or it was Hero, was doing this interview thing on the couch, and then Benito was like, you want to? I was like, sure. I just kind of got dragged into it. I'm really thankful that I did. It was really fun.
I did ask for permission, okay?
And all that.
I swear.
No, you did. But it was super random. But it was really fun. I really liked it. The filming was also really fun. Like I said in the video, I don't really talk while painting, so it was more like a bunch of ramblings and not really thing that made
much sense sometimes, so there was a lot of things that were cut out, but the final thing was really awesome, and I'm glad that I participated.
Can I quickly add to that? Seagulls and Flo are both like really amazing community kind of like leaders in a way. Like they really take people under their wing, and like they always make sure everybody feels really good. They're not going to say it themselves, but
we won't.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I think why we wanted to like highlight these two in particular, is because they're always there for people, and they're very present, which is really lovely. I think you can feel that.
Yeah. I think it's nice to have like a little community of artists too, and just friends that you can goof off with while drawing together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that absolutely shines through the film, and I think it goes without saying, Bonito, that you've cast so beautifully. You all speak so well in the film, and I know that the audience really connected to a lot of what you said. So, yeah, that's wonderful to hear kind of your origins on how you found yourself. The way you've directed the film, Bonito, is, I think, really reflective of the material too. I love that you're really participatory and you're in it yourself. You know, we see you briefly and your voice is present, and it allows the film to feel really handmade and really authentic, and there's a lot of kind of imperfection in it. And I'm curious if that handmade quality or that direction was something that was important to you, or if, you know, I'm on the right wavelength there.
Oh yeah, that would be really yeah, I think that the imperfections are definitely baked in. My first filming session was with Seagulls and Laloon, because I was like just so desperate to get them on film, because I was like, people need to see this chemistry. Like, people need to understand how beautiful they interact with each other. But I was like, I don't know how to do this really. Like, I don't know. So I just kind of it was like a trust exercise with the editing software and them. But I think like leaving in all the times that Laloon's pen left his hand, and like just throughout the film there's these really cute quirks people have, like when Hero was picking up his dog. Like those moments are so meaningful for me, because they really like show how people feel in the space, which is great. So yeah, that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, well, I think another really good example of that is the coffee too, like the way that you've kept the coffee in, so we can hear the external world.
I love that.
And that kind of leads to another question I have for Seagulls on Flow. Was it surprising when you first saw the film? Was there anything that you were surprised by in the edit and the way that Bonito crafted the documentary? And did you watch it straight away?
Oh yeah, I watched it straight away.
Yeah, me too.
And I think you really did a good job of like compressing everything down, like all the good things, and really capturing like just the vibe. You know, you got the vibe down.
Oh, that was the goal.
Yeah, for sure. And it's you know, it's a little cringy sometimes to see myself on the big screen, but but I really do like how it turned out. You know.
Nice.
I'm
also curious. There's this scene, in fact, in your moment, Seagulls, where Laloon forgets that the camera was on, and it kind of begs the question of how long were typically your shoots? Did they stretch for a really long time, and then a lot of was left on the cutting room floor, or were you quite concise?
These two were both 2-hour sessions, and then most of the other ones were like an hour. Sav was also 2 hours because he got really into painting.
Oh, that's forgivable. I was expecting it could be worse than that, but I think that's healthy. It's a healthy amount of time, in all honesty.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah, it went by fast.
Yeah, something we talked about kind of along that line as well, we talked about before, Bonito, is that when you're making documentaries in particular, and this was truthful in my work in the past as well, is that the camera can be really non-invasive. And so it's quite easy to forget that, you know, you're being filmed and this moment is being recorded. Is that something that you were considering during the production? Is that something you wanted to achieve?
I think that happened, like it happened, either I wanted it to happen subconsciously because I think that's my ideal way of working. But I didn't realize how great it was until Laloon was like, oh, it's too bad this isn't going to be recorded. And I was like, man, you completely forgot. This is great. Yep. I'm just getting like raw. A raw hangout session right now.
Right.
Yeah. But then, I think I also mentioned this before, but I do kind of worry about, like, especially after I had the footage, I was like, oh, I really want to make sure that they're comfortable with everything I'm leaving in, because I don't want to, like, them be like, oh, I forgot that I said that, and now it's here. So I made sure that every time I finished editing a session, I would send it just to those people right away so that they could give me, like, the okay that this is like all okay information to share more widely. Because that's a kind of scary part about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's absolutely a kind of responsibility you hold when you're directing documentaries in that way to just make sure all your collaborators are comfortable. So that makes sense. One thing I'm really curious about for artists is, did you know or have a rough idea of what you wanted to paint going into your shoots, or has practicing in VR, you know, over the length that you've been painting, it seems
no
like
idea.
You're so
No, I mean,
right. Well,
not a
I
clue.
wonder if you can
Going blind.
I wonder if you can share like how practicing in VR has enabled you to just. Do you feel like very artistically free? You can just jump in and paint what comes. It seems that's true.
Basically, that's spot on for me, at least.
For me, it depends on the mood. I can't just like jump in and be like, I'm gonna draw, and then it turns out to be something. A lot of the time I just go in, I draw, and it's absolutely like, no, this is just not it today. But while we were recording, it was my day. I made a really nice piece. I'm really proud of it.
Good. Yeah, I think everyone can agree that the pieces you painted were gorgeous and humongous too. They seem like your piece with Laloon seagulls just kind of felt kind of endless at points, which was great.
Yeah, that's basically what I go for. It's just endless art, just a big collage of little creatures and objects and things. And a lot of times I'll try to get like input from like a public world. You know, I'll get input from people to try to give me things to draw. And I'll be like, I'm doing this for free, so if it's bad, whatever.
Yeah. For you, Bonito, I am curious. Oh, I will wait as we're interpreters changing over. Thank you, Polly Swift.
Thank you.
I'm curious. Yes, thank you, Shade. I have a bigger question, a little bit more general, and mostly for you, Bonito, but you're also welcome to jump into this as well, Seagulls and Flo.
Okay.
Is there anything that you have learned or you've had a kind of big takeaway specifically from making this film that's made you consider VR more deeply, or has enabled you to think about different art forms differently in terms of making films in VR? Or what's been your big learning from this experience, if you can share one?
Oh, baby. Okay. So I'm an artist outside of VR, and I have a lot of friends who are in art education, and they're like really struggling. There's like painting teachers that are really struggling because their students, I think because people are getting more comfortable with like digital painting tools, that students don't know how to not be able to delete things. Like they don't know how to not undo or like kind of trust the process of making. There's like this hesitation, and we get so in our heads sometimes about the final product of art of what we're making and like who's gonna see it, how many likes is it gonna get. It's kind of like digital art's just in this like really interesting spot, and despite it being digital art still, because everything's in the virtual space, the way that these guys are painting and like the way that they talk about painting, the way that they're helping each other, and the way that they work together and they like are learning, it's like this environment that feels like so timeless. Like you can see that this is how painting is kind of like maybe supposed to be, where you're like there working with the colors, you're in your body, you're talking to other people, you're sharing you're sharing knowledge, and you're just like seeing where things go. Like, and a lot of the times I think we go to drawing when we're feeling in a way that we don't really understand, like we can't communicate. And so sitting in a space with other people and working through maybe some of those feelings, and you feel kind of like held. I think that's like amazing. That's amazing that happened here. And and there's like, just to bring up Raindance in general as well, like Raindance I feel like has so many different virtual experiences where people are working together and talking to each other, and it's like such a facilitation of creativity. I've seen so many mind-blowing things. So yeah, I think it's just making me appreciate the like present embodied element of VR and how that interacts with art.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. Thank you for sharing that. That was such words of wisdom. Honestly, I think a lot of people can relate to that in the audience, I'm sure. Seagull's Flo, do you have anything you wanted to just add on that sentiment? It's okay if you don't.
I think Benito said it pretty good.
Everything, I think.
Yeah, dang. Yeah. I don't think I could say anything over that.
Well, I think it's so well illustrated in the film too. That comes through, that there's so much spontaneity in your words and in your actions, and we get to see the art being made present in the film, and you do a really nice job of pacing the creation of it too. I feel like we get to see each piece from start to finish, and that's really thanks to your editing and timing the questions in the right way, and answering with them well too, of course. So that shines through in the film. Now, before we get to audience questions, I would also like to give you the opportunity, Bonnie, to share some of your wider work too, because you're not just making films, but you also have made avatars and worlds, and you're also writing. And I wonder if you could share with our audience where we can follow your work.
Oh my god, hell yeah. Okay, everybody. Plug time. Plug time. Yeah, so my name's Baby Bonito. You can find me on the internet and in VRChat. I do comics, avatars, I make some worlds. I'm still trying to find my feet, but I'm very excited about a new creative collective that I founded with a bunch of people that are here called glitches.vr, and we have a Substack that you can go to. We're trying to write and interview other creators, some comics, we're going to do more video work hopefully in the future, and write more stuff. So yeah, please give us a follow and read. I did an article about grass, touching grass, and how I hate grass in general.
It's a great article.
So
it's a great article.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, but I know we might also have other things to plug if there's time.
Plug away.
Plug away.
Plug.
Okay, Dirty Seagulls, you can find me on the internet. I stream on Twitch. I have a Discord community called the Seagulls Nest. If anyone's interested in joining that, hit me up. Always looking for new people. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm all over the place.
Flo, would you like to share anything?
I'm on everything. I'm on everything as well as Father Flo on Instagram, Twitter. On Twitch, I stream me drawing sometimes, or gaming, or whatever. And I think that's it, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I'd love to turn to any audience questions. We certainly have time, and if you have any questions, please just come up to the stage and join us.
Zooming out.
Hey, Kip. Welcome.
Hello. Aloha.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. You guys got me crying up there really badly. That was great. That was absolutely
No.
yeah, I was dying up there.
Oh my god.
But I did want to say, throughout this, and for you all, and of course to everybody else, for us artists out here, I actually utilized this world for the first time yesterday, and we did it for filming. So I was drawing on the canvas and stuff like that, and I was having a great time. And I was like, "This is incredible," And so now coming to see this for the first time, I was like, "This is it. This is absolutely it." But speed past it because I'm still emotional right now with it. But I wanted to ask, for all of you in this, and of course you too, Bonito, I'm going to extend on it. How much more confidence have you gained since utilizing this world together with other people in the community? And Bonito, now with you filming it, how has that really helped inspire you to make this film, to make this, to show this off to everybody? I just want to know the confidence out there for everybody to get a chance to get to know it.
You guys want to start with that?
Sure. For me, confidence, it kind of comes in waves, It's kind of hit or miss. It really depends on a lot, but I think overall, though, I've gained a lot of confidence in myself drawing and artistically, just from how many people reach out and say "Oh yeah, I love this, I love that," I want you to make something for me. I'm always like, "Oh damn, what an honor."
Yes. Yeah, no.
The only confidence I really got was I can confidently join the world and just sit down and draw instead of just going in the corner so no one can see what I'm drawing. I confidently just show I'm like, "You like this?" And a lot of people just I don't even need to do that. They just come to me, they crowd around me, and that gives me such a confidence boost to just continue on painting in that VR world. Just people, it's the people.
Absolutely.
Yep, it's always the drawback.
Yeah, I also think that I think that the world creator does a really good job of helping people feel confident as well, because if you go into the life drawing world, you'll notice there's a gallery where you can look at other people's art and what they've done in the world, and oftentimes you can see a piece and you'll be like, "Wait, I know that person. I painted with them last week or something," and then you're like, "Wow, they're so talented." And then the next time you see them, you can be like, "Oh, I saw your piece in the gallery. It's really beautiful. How did you do that brushstroke or whatever?"
Yeah.
And then and sharing your knowledge and getting asked "Oh, how did you do that?" is such a confidence booster, big time,
Yes.
if you guys feel that. But if people are like, "Whoa, how did you
definitely.
blend that?" You're like, "Oh, let me tell you." And then it's kind of
Yeah, definitely. Oh, no, it's beautiful. But yeah, to extend on that, just real quick, with you filmed it, you made a video out of this, you made a short film from it. So that confidence, would you say it really came from being in these worlds, from being around these people? That's where originally whole spark came from.
Yeah, I think having the confidence to make the documentary came from knowing that everyone was gonna have an amazing thing to say, and they were all gonna do amazing art, and everybody in the community is very supportive, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we can definitely pull this together." No questions asked. Yeah. For sure.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, really. Thank you for everything with this.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. Keep up the great work.
And I loved your Q&A. Yeah. Kip was in a music video.
Yeah, it's
Check
true,
it out
yes.
if you haven't.
I'll never forget the line, Baby Bonito, when you go into the gallery and you're like, "Look at those tasty textures." I think that reflects that companionship very well.
Genuine reaction.
Yep. Starheart.
Hello. Oh my gosh. I wanted to say this documentary was so inspiring. The first time I saw it, I visited the world, and I'm not a visual artist at all. So it was so fun to just feel that low pressure environment, but the social environment as well. So I just wanted to thank you for showing off this community that not everyone even knows about. From a documentary perspective, I was so curious. How did you pick out, like, what moments did you find interesting going through the footage? Like, what story did you want to tell, and did that change from when you set out to make it versus when you're in the editing room?
Ooh. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think I had some preconceived notions about how it was going to go that became irrelevant later. One of the biggest differences. Well, I do think Seagulls and Laloon's interview really like set the tone for the rest of the documentary. Because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. All I knew is that I wanted to capture. I wanted to capture what it felt like to paint with these people, because that's basically, what happens in the life drawing world is that you're there and you're with the people, and then you're just painting together. And I think I wasn't actually expecting everyone to have so many beautiful things to say, which sounds horrible, but I was like, I know they're all like really interesting and it'll be fun to paint with them, but like when they start talking, man, it's like, whoa, that's like really profound. Yeah, I was like, wow. And then I feel like I got such a good perspective on like what actually happened in the life drawing world. Yeah. Did I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
It was beautiful seeing everyone's personalities coming through, both in the story, their words, and their art. Like, it was just such a beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Starheart.
Thank you, Starheart.
Yeah.
That was a great question. Such a good question. It's always fun to understand and realize the scenes that really inform the rest of the documentary, and that goes for fiction too. That's something we talked about with some of the other filmmakers. You know, there's some scenes that just inform the rest of the edit, and it's like that's your core. And it's such a chaotic core in this case, but in a brilliant way.
I love it. I love it.
Evan, please come join.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, how's it going, guys? Beautiful film, Benito, and you guys were all amazing in the film. So yeah, awesome work. So my question for you actually is like, so as an artist myself, seeing this community, I wanted to kind of ask that, like, and not only for me, but anyone else watching or anyone else that wants to be a part of this, if you want to get a piece of the action, you know, like what like this life drawing community, how can we be a part of it? Are there events? Are there meetups? Like, how can we be a part of this amazing community that you just showed us today?
That's the craziest part, dude. All you have to do is go to a public instance of the life drawing world, and I swear you'll like start meeting people. I like Flo said in their interview, like sometimes you go to an instance and it's really rough, you know? Like you're like, wow, none of these people, like they're all not here to like make friends or like just chill. Like it's chaotic. But then you could go to another one and you can find some like really special moments. And then there's the there is a VRChat group that you can look at, but you kind of it's kind of like you spend some time in the community first, and then like in the world meeting people first, and then you can kind of get more involved that way.
Okay, so it's not like completely organized. It's just like, hey, it's open. You can just go in whenever you want. Open 24/7, essentially. That's basically it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
That's kind of the magic.
Awesome.
There's a group instance open a lot in life drawing too, like a group public.
Yeah, a public group.
Yeah, so if you find like the group public by the life drawing group, then that's probably a good way to creep on in.
There's also a Discord server that was created that you it's like probably the best way to share what you've done. Everyone shares their stuff in there. You can see what people have done throughout the week. Like I'm barely on anymore, sadly, but I'm still updated because of that Discord and seeing everyone's art. So there's the Discord. That's good.
Awesome. Well, that answered my question completely. Thank you guys again. Great film, Benito. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. We've got time for one more question. Ameth, do you have a question?
I do.
Okay, let's go.
Hi. Hello. I'm Ameth. I'm a professional artist as well. Hi, it's nice to meet you. My question is that I've had a lot of art that I also do a VR, but it mostly focuses on the importance of archival. So what I want to ask you is, are you archiving, are you printing any of your work, like the paintings that you do here? Any of them that really strike you as very important? Are you making moves to print them, save them, and hang them in your home?
Personally, not really. I haven't even thought of printing my VR art for some reason.
Do it, yeah.
I should, honestly, but the only thing I do is post it on the Discord in my own social medias. And that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I do.
So for me, I save, like, I'm the opposite of Laloon in this sense, but I save, like, all of my things just to the computer, and, like, whether it's good or bad, I try to save them all, because I figure why not just have a picture of it. And as far as, like, going further with that piece, sometimes if I'm not feeling, like I'm not feeling as creative at the moment, I'll go back and re-look at all the things I've drawn, and sometimes I'll just, like, take that piece, throw it into, like, Photoshop, and kind of go from there and use that as, like, a starting point, like a jumping off point. But I haven't really thought of, like, printing anything out yet. Like, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. I might have to do that. But
should put some in
I have put. I was going to say, I do have some, like, I have on, like, Redbubble and stuff. I've put, like, some of my VR work, like, oh, this was drawn in VRChat, like, on a t-shirt or something.
Oh.
What about you, Benito? Are you saving, like, work that you paint in virtual worlds?
No, especially not in life drawing. Yeah, I feel like there's, like, two like, kind of different energies or like philosophies about art in the life drawing community, where it's like one of them is like more like seagulls, and then one of them sort of like, this is a meditative like Hero, I think, says it as well. He's like, it'll get destroyed, and I know that, but that is all that I'm just here to be a conduit for the brush and experience it in the moment. And yeah, so I think, like, maybe the film is like my way of archiving my feelings towards the life drawing world, but but the actual experience, like the painting experience, I just sort of like let them go. Like, it's more like an exercise for me, I guess. Like life drawing, kind of. Like, if you do IRL life drawing, you can keep them, but they're really not meant, like, for keeping. They're meant for you to experience the real body in front of you and try and understand it, and then you just sort of like let it go. So it's really interesting that kind of came out naturally.
Yeah, just consider keeping it, because I think that there's a lot of, like, writing and work, including what I'm doing, where we're stressing the importance of this work is in virtual reality, but it is also real. It's art, and it deserves to be kept if you so desire. So I just want to suggest keeping it if you do a really good one. That was all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love Ameth's work.
Thank you, Ameth.
Guys should check it out.
Yeah. On that thread, so I had the wonderful opportunity to collaborate with Bonito and some of the amazing artists, you both, and many more from the film for the Raindance Immersive 2023 trailer. So if you've seen the trailer, you will see an amazing group art piece of Raindance Immersive, and it looks incredible, and we've got some really great photography, and obviously the trailer itself to archive that. So that is a piece worth seeing and certainly worth archiving.
That's really fun.
Now, that's the end of our show. That's all we have time for, but this has been such an amazing and inspiring conversation. I want to say a few thank yous for the Raindance Immersive team. I want to say thank you to Carlos Austin, John Harvey, and Max Films for running our YouTube stream today. You've done amazing, and we're so happy to have that archived. A huge thank you to Choppy Ginger, Maria, and Fangs as well for being part of the Raindance team and for helping to make this event happen. Thank you to Lucy Liu for this amazing world that we're screening the films in. And a huge thank you to Shade and Polly Swift for supporting the accessibility and translating of the event today. And lastly, thank you to Baby Bonito for sharing your film and for you amazing artists for joining us. I think this has been so inspiring. Give a round of applause for everyone. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Thank you, Pojo.
Okay. My pleasure. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you to our VRChat audience. You've been so attentive and great questions. Bye, YouTube. Farewell, stream.
Bye. YouTube. Bye.
See you. Thank you for watching. We love you. Thank you. Okay. I gotta take these glasses off now.